They're young, they're lost, and they're in danger. National research says the number of homeless and runaway teens is on the rise, yet another consequence of the recession. In part 2 of our 3-part series, Lost Youth, senior correspondent Marie DeNoia explores a story behind the numbers. Tonight, a profile of one young woman's journey from street life to the threshold of a new life.
And it was the worst. The absolute worst. Like, words can't even describe. Like, I was hungry, I was dirty, I was staying.
Her name is Saida Sessoms.
Well, my homelessness is a product of my doing or whatever.
She is clear about one thing.
I'm not a runaway. I left. Like, I left my house on good terms or whatever.
Jill Rotman, executive director of Covenant House in Newark, says it's often difficult for residents here to characterize themselves as runaways. Covenant House is a nonprofit that shelters and provides services to homeless and runaway youth.
The label of homeless or the label of runaway comes with an image that our kids don't see for themselves, and when they take that on, it means to them something that is maybe harder to surmount.
In Saida's case, that choice drove her into the depths of street life.
Your resources run out, so that's when I was like staying at different shelters in here in Newark, and then like you get 30 days and then that runs out, and then I was staying in New York at an abandoned building. I was staying in random places. Like, it was really tough.
When you were outside and things were really tough, did you ever think maybe you should go home?
I thought about it, but I decided against it simply because, like I said, I wanted to be more independent.
Get Gary! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Saida says Covenant House has helped her rebuild her life and her future.
I'm pregnant now, so I just want to be able to take care of me and my child and just be working and, you know, making good of wrong decisions.
Rotman says here at Covenant House, they are either at or over capacity every night. And she says it's gotten even more difficult to accommodate all of the kids who come here. Rotman agrees with federal research that says the recession is driving up the number of homeless teens and runaways.
As families become more tumultuous because of economic challenges, the issues that were already there, whether it was abuse or whether it was illegal activity in the home, become even more prevalent. And so young people often find themselves in a position where, you know, they have to choose remaining in a, you know, terrible, difficult situation where they're not making any movement forward, or, you know, leaving the home and venturing out on their own.
On their own and onto the streets. But even the kids who find their way to Covenant House often experience slip-ups.
This is kind of a shock to all of us because she seemed to be really focused this time.
Last week, we went back to Covenant House to check in with Saida, but on that day, she broke her covenant and failed to show for therapy.
This goes on in the nature of working with homeless youth. I mean, it's that vacillation, that ebb and flow, up and down. I mean, they're in one minute, and next minute, they just pull the string and sabotage everything.
By all current assessments, Saida is back on track, attending her therapy sessions, hanging out with her extended family here at Covenant House, looking forward to her future. Are you excited about the baby?
I really am. It's a girl. I'm really excited. I'm due in March.
Tomorrow, songs of celebration, runaways who broke through and turned their lives around, and the search for runaways living at high risk out on the streets. Marie DeNoia, NJN News, Newark.